Hello. I want to check if I was really online. Is everything's fine here? Hello. I hope you can hear me. Will you hear me very well there? Hello? 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 Good evening. So, today I know that this is the first time we are trying just to introduce our master's class. This is the first session. So, to be honest, we are just trying to set up everything. So, I don't know if you can hear me. Could you just put five on? Could you put five? Yeah, we're just testing, like I said, this when it's the first one. I don't expect to have a lot of people, but I'm just trying to test to see if everything's working perfectly. Yeah, could you also check check the linking, is everything's working over there. So tonight I will try to cover a bit this first session. As you can see here, this is a master class about integrating HVAC for green building. So from Damven in Bulgaria. So my name is Dr. Bless Mempo. I'm Damven Africa Market Development Lead. So we are trying to work as a partnership with Smart Green Shift Limited based in the UK. Today is about I'm trying to introduce our ultimate energy saving total HVAC concept with a VMF. So it's all the masterclass is about that. Before I move forward, what are you going to learn today? People attending the webinars today is about, this kind of event. This masterclass is mostly, it's not like I said, it's not a current webinar, it's not your usual webinar, but here it's about action. So our first idea is why this masterclass has been set up. So I'm trying to discuss a bit about that one, and then I will follow up with what is the VMF and the project and the application, and how the VMF is link with the H certification. I'll try to discuss that and then do a bit the base case study, and then move on. And then I will discuss about the masterclass journey, how you can go through the masterclass. Because, like I said, the masterclass is not about like every current, regular webinar. It's about kind of journey. We are here to support your project to go from the idea to something real in the real application. So we kind of launch also the call for project. What we launch, we hope you must submit your project through our application online, and then I will discuss a bit what will come next by next week. So we hope each Wednesday, at least 4 times a month, we can meet to discuss. Each time we'll be focusing on one typology of building. and then I will open to Q&A. Today, like I said, it might be the first session, but you can still submit your question. I'm sure we'll come back to you, and then you can answer. If you don't answer on live now. So I would like to welcome you again to the masterclass, like I said earlier. And then before I move forward, I want to set the scene. Hopefully, this video you get it play. Just push 5 on the chat for me, so you can hear the I mean if the sound can come out to you. Otherwise, I just move on.
Welcome to Danvent's accredited professional program, where we aim to lead the green building industry through innovative HVAC solutions. This program is designed for sustainability professionals looking to gain a competitive edge in the field of green building certification. Our key focus is Danvent's VMF technology, a complete HVAC concept integrated with building management systems. It covers heating, cooling, ventilation, domestic hot water, and humidity control in cooling mode, all while ensuring high energy efficiency. Through this program, participants will depend their expertise in using VMF concept to meet green standards like H, LEED, and more. With VMF technology, professionals learn how to optimize building performance, reduce energy consumption, and enhance indoor air quality, all crucial elements in achieving sustainability certifications. The program not only offers technical training, but also provides marketing insights to effectively communicate the benefits of our systems to clients and stakeholders. Danvent's VMF concepts are versatile and designed to serve multiple sectors, including healthcare buildings like nursing homes, hospitals, and clinics. They are also ideal for retail spaces such as leisure centers, shopping malls, and supermarkets. Furthermore, our technology is a perfect fit for educational facilities, including schools, universities, and sports centers, as well as for office buildings or mixed-use developments combining office and retail spaces. After completing the structured training and certification exam, you'll receive an official accreditation, joining a network of certified professionals promoting VMF technology worldwide. This isn't just a technical journey, but a strategic one, empowering you to lead green building projects with confidence. If you're an architect, engineer, or sustainability consultant, this program offers a golden opportunity to stay ahead in the green building industry. With our global support and training resources, we are committed to making your journey towards sustainability impactful and rewarding. Ready to join? Visit our website to register your interest and get welcomed.
So as you can see from the video, that is very important, the VMF, the cooling system in the commercial building. As you know, we can estimate about 55% total energy consumption, which only focus on HVAC system. So nearly 50% of global gas emission also is coming from construction in general. And the primary obstacle is achieving net zero, because that's a bit the vision for global war now. Most people are looking toward net zero. Most company, most industry are looking toward zero carbon to reach by 2050, let's say that. And then also the green certification become kind of standard. So reach that green certification sometimes is a big challenge. So that's why at Danvern we can clarify that we are not just kind of we just improve the VMF. The HVAC system. We're going to help. I can support project owner or developer to achieve net zero or zero carbon for building, mostly while having the very low energy consumption for HVAC application in commercial building. So we say that we're creating a complete new HVAC universe. So kind of what we can say paradigm shift from legacy climate control. Go from traditional one to a new way of hybrid VMF solution. So that will be what exactly the masterclass is about. It's about to discuss and let you understand the new universe we're bringing in as HVAC system. So the complete new universe that we would like to take you through that journey. If you are attending that, why we are running this awareness class. So what is exactly the struggle? As you know, if you are in the field, you will know that there's a complexity out there. the problem always be jumbling complete system together. So if you have a commercial building, sometimes we're connected with office and maybe some I mean, let's say you want to provide like cooling, heating, and ventilation in the office. Most of the time, there's a challenges because you have at least you have multiple separate HVAC system where a separate company may handle cooling. I mean, let's say the HVAC system. Another one, I mean, in terms of air handling unit, another one will handle maybe the VMF. I mean, another one will handle maybe the ventilation system alone. Another one will handle the AC system, and then sometimes those create more kind of conflict of interest, and also the proper application in terms of energy efficiency, because sometimes it seems be separate unit and different from different company. Sometimes we end up having problem, mostly in the hot. I mean, it kind of create difficulty in terms of management, in terms of implementation. Yeah, because we have different separate unit and separate company. And mostly, if you want to add the BMS system part of it, that one will coming in. As you can see, the VMS system are coming in with the kind of make that system monoblock and plug and play system, make it easy to implement in any any project, any commercial building project. We are coming with a lot of benefit, mostly in terms of energy installation power, because when you look at the conventional system, having different separate system sometimes create a lot of pressure on the power installation. I mean, on the power supplier company. So here we're coming with the low energy compared to the conventional system. And also the footprint that I'm going to explain later. The footprint will reduce a lot of footprint are being reduced. I mean, in terms of installation, footprint in the roof, and the refrigeration also. We acquired no refrigeration in the building. I'm going to explain that later in detail. And then we're also low installation power. That's only to set the scene. And also, another angle that I didn't mention is about the tropicalized technology, because here HVAC also in terms of country like mostly tropical climate, like in Africa, most African area have kind of high humidity level. So you can see on the screen here, all the green one are normally to be comfortable here in this climate. We need to have dehumidification. I mean, close to 80% are dehumidification. Or in those climate, more time we don't dehumidify, but we kind of cooling down again, so we can't control temperature instead of looking at humidity. If you look at it now, the remaining one here that we need to cool down, that the one in red have to be cooled down before dehumidify. So that's exactly where sometimes the high energy consumption in most conventional system lies. So that is exactly what we're trying to solve out as an issue. Okay. So now what's the VMF? I will show the pre-recording video from my colleague, Diane, who is presenting the what is VMF to you.
Start with a short description of what is VMF. So VMF is a meaning is variable. It's too big. Variable multi-fluid concept. Not multi, but multi, because we have variable fresh air, variable refrigerant, and variable water all at the same time in one unit. As a description, VMF and or categorization, VMF is a hybrid. Very often you will be asked, what is VMF? Is it a VRF? No, it's not a VRF. Is it a chiller or heat pump? Yes and no, it's not. Is it an air handling unit? Yes and no. So VMF is a hybrid. And we have categorized it as a commercial air to water heat pump plus ventilation and humidity, relative humidity control. So with one our goal was with just one unit to cover all 5 main functionalities that are required for every project worldwide. This is obviously space heating, space cooling, sanitary hot water, 100% fresh air or ventilation, and humidity control in summer, in cooling. Together with those 5 functionalities, we add another one very important, which is the integrated building management system, or in our case called energy management system, because it's a higher level system that control the whole concept.
So I hope you clearly hear from Diane, my colleague, because he's a bit late in his country, he cannot participate directly. He cannot give us summary of the VMF. So that was a kind of general definition of VMF. But when you look at it, we also have an internal unit. So we don't use the chill beam, we don't use the cassette. Here in the VMF, we try to combine our external unit with the internal unit. Here is a active chill beam technology. Related, it can be active chill for cooling or heating, both. So as you can see, it really rely on, it's a silent because you rely on water. You use water instead of refrigerant inside the building. So we have kind of no motor, no fan indoor. It's always hygienic, 100% fresh air supply, no recirculation, because most cassettes use recirculation. That one I mean use the same air in the room to provide you comfort, which normally it doesn't work here. Every time we have 100% external fresh air from outside. Maintenance free, and then aesthetic also is very integrating to any type of project. Yeah, like I mentioned already, in terms of comfort, the advantage using the VMF, or mostly the kind of what I call the chill beam one, or chill or heat, the active cooling or heating beam, create the ultimate indoor condition. Like I already mentioned, it does have a refrigerant inside, no noise, no draft, no dot, no large dot, small dot. You can see that little dot, and there also no refrigerant, no fan coil, so no condensed pipe. Those are all that I mentioned are saving us some cost and some installation challenges, which is very important. So if I can visualize it in general, that we're kind of zero indoor maintenance. Yeah, I mean no indoor electronic, no filter or changes, no refrigerant to check or to leak, or no leakage. You can do. Don't worry about leakage inside. It's an independent remote. Also, you can easily get Danvern can get access to your system all over the world where you are, to assist you just in case you have any issues. So your kind of remote monitoring is possible also through Danvern. And then design for last span extension. You can also extend. Now you can see there's possibility to integrate with other connectivity in terms of BMS system, in terms of Modbus or data monitoring system. So it can easily be managed. And then also the advantage here is that you don't use a separate DMS system. It's already integrated energy management system, like he also clearly say during his presentation. So, and the historical data can be stored in Danvern storage system. So it can be weekly, monthly, or yearly. That make it very smart system, which you don't use. You don't need to look at another alternative system. Alternative BMS system. Okay, when you look at it also, the advantage of VMS, well, like I said, we build that for the future. We can be integrated. We can integrate solar system, we make it more efficient. You can even add additional ventilation in it. That also make it very, very efficient and well stability for underfloor heating, because the heat I provide is very stable. Like I said, it's a plug and play unit who stand completely outside. And like I said, it can be combined with other alternative system. When you look at the cost comparison between the system and I mean, the system, the VMF and the conventional system, yeah, like I already mentioned, it saves us a lot of power. Power is, I mean, really reduced. I mean, the installation power, it kind of 70 to 50 to 75% reduce in terms of peak demand. And also, it's also integrated domestic hot water. I already mentioned that earlier, and free cooling that I'm going to explain later. And the proof solar ready design comparatively with PV can easily be integrated, so easy to apply in the country where we have problem with with the power shortage. So this system can easily be applied because on term of power installation was very reduced. Yeah, it's true, because we offer so many benefits from the beginning. Yeah, maybe with the capital, the capex might be maybe a bit higher, which makes sense because we provide more functionality compared to conventional system. But I can guarantee you that looking at the two graphs, you can see the one in red. I mean, you use the conventional system, more the time pass, and then the cost of power increases. Your OPEX also increase. Operational expenditures will go up most of the time. We make it even more challenging. Or whereas with the VMF, you're going down because all the benefit, as he mentioned during his presentation, is a variable water, variable refrigerant, and the air that create a great advantage in terms of energy consumption. And because we also integrate the energy management system, that make it easy for you to monitor. I mean, it makes it to monitor because we have the economizer, the free cooling or free heating that make it a very, very high energy saving also. So here, what exactly if I want to summarize this masterclass, and then this is a kind of summary what I just mentioned. It's a kind of little video I'm going to play again. We kind of summarize everything that I already did discuss. I will go a bit further, and then I will explain a bit more.
Today, we're going to talk about a piece of tech that is completely changing the game for how our biggest buildings, well, how they breathe, stay warm, and keep cool. It's called a VMF system, and honestly, it's a huge leap forward. But to really get why it's such a big deal, we first have to look at the problem it's built to solve. So let me ask you something. When you picture a big office building or a hotel, what do you think is using up the most energy? Is it all the lights? The thousands of computers? Or maybe something else entirely? Yep, if you are thinking it's the climate control, you are absolutely right. The amount of energy is just staggering. In a normal commercial building, the HVAC system, that's all your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, can guzzle down anywhere from 38 to 55% of all the energy used. That is a massive slice of the energy pot.
And that really brings us to the core of the issue, doesn't it? Our buildings have a serious energy problem, and the way we've been doing HVAC is right at the center of it all. Think of it like this. For decades, the climate system in a big building has been like one of those old component stereo systems from the 80s. You've got a separate box for the heater, another one for the AC, one for ventilation, maybe another for hot water. They're all kind of Frankenstein together with a mess of wires and pipes, and they don't really talk to each other. It's complicated, it takes up a ton of space, and it's just not very efficient. So if the old way is that clunky stereo system, the solution is much more like a sleek, modern smart speaker that does everything in one. And that, right there, is where VMF technology comes into the picture. Okay, so what is VMF? It stands for Variable Multi-Fluid Flow. And yeah, it's a commercial air-to-water heat pump, but the real magic is how it puts everything together. It takes all those separate jobs, heating, cooling, fresh air, hot water, even managing the humidity, and it packs them all into one single super smart unit, the whole shebang. So instead of a whole room full of different machines, you just have one smart unit doing 6 different jobs. And it's not just about putting them in the same box, it's about making them work together perfectly under one brain. Let's just follow the flow for a second. There's a single master unit, usually up on the roof, that does all the hard work. It treats the air and water, and then, and this is a key part, it sends treated water, not refrigerant gas, down into the building. That water flows through these special units in each room that quietly use its temperature to either heat or cool the space. It's elegant and simple. Now, this all-in-one approach isn't just a neat trick. It has some incredible real-world benefits. The whole system ends up being smarter, way simpler, and a lot healthier. So let's break that down. Okay, let's get into the numbers because they are pretty dramatic. Compared to a standard conventional system, the kind with separate refrigerant units and big air handlers, a VMF system can use 75 to 100% less energy. No, that is not a typo. We're talking about, in some cases, doubling the efficiency. It's wild. And because it's so much more efficient, it just needs way less power to run in the first place. The total power you need to install can be 50 to 75% lower. And that means less stress on the power grid and way smaller requirements for those expensive backup power systems. This one is all about your health. VMF systems are designed from the ground up to use 100% fresh outside air. So there's no recirculating stale, old indoor air, which is something older systems do all the time to try and save a little energy. Here, the focus is just on giving you the cleanest, freshest air possible. I mean, when you put them side by side, the difference is just night and day. On one side, you've got the old way, a bunch of separate units, a massive footprint, super complex installation, and you're often breathing recycled air. On the other side, you've got VMF, a single compact unit that's basically plug and play and guarantees you're getting fresh air. It's a completely different philosophy. So how does it pull this off? Well, if you look under the hood, it's packed with smart tech. A huge piece of the puzzle is something called heat recovery. The system literally captures the heat from the air that's leaving the building and uses it to warm up the fresh air that's coming in. It's basically recycling energy that would otherwise just be thrown away. But beyond all the energy savings, think about what it feels like for the people actually in the building. It's a huge upgrade. Since only water is flowing through the pipes indoors, there's no refrigerant in the rooms with you. And those in-room units, no fans. So it's totally silent. You just get this gentle, consistent temperature without any of those annoying drafts. And it even controls the humidity. It just feels better.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a minute. This kind of technology doesn't just exist in a bubble. It plugs directly into a much bigger conversation we're all having about sustainability and what the future of our buildings should look like. And this quote just nails it. Right now, being able to prove that a building is green is more critical than ever. Everybody, from investors to tenants to city regulators, is demanding higher and higher standards for efficiency and sustainability. And that is where a system like VMF becomes a developer's best friend. It's specifically designed to crush it on those tough green building standards like LEED, BREEAM, and EDGE. I mean, a single VMF unit can help you check off a whole list of requirements all at once, which makes getting those really valuable certifications a whole lot easier and cheaper. So what it all comes down to is this. The tech we use to build our world has to evolve. Systems like VMF are showing us a path to buildings that are not only lighter on the planet, but are also just plain healthier and more comfortable to live and work in. Which really just leaves us with one big question to think about. As our world keeps changing, how are our buildings going to change with it? Today, we're going to...
So the application, if you look at the different application, we also have several applications. This project, this VMF can be applied on hotel. It can be applied on hospitality or different hospital, indoor air pooling with all the additional air management system. Like we have our maxi pool system. We can be combined with VMF to create a very high efficient system. Office building also can be applied. The retail and superstore retrofit project it can also be considered. School and university. So, or you have a project from innovation, innovative new builds, or maybe a complex retrofit project, we can also assist. This VMF can really be applied on any sector. As I already mentioned, you see that during the video, and then also what I said before, the footprint are very reduced because we reduce the complex system from a simple and intelligent system. So we optimize on the energy, not only on the energy consumption, also on the installation strategy. That saves a lot of costs and reduce the cost in terms of installation. So we separate the unit with the elegant one, and that creates an easy path for green building certification like EDGE. Like I mentioned before, you can see here we kind of take down 3 systems, VRF, A and the unit and the water system, and we make it one reduce installation footprint up to kind of 100%. Are you so in general, you kind of substitute three traditional system for you. Another advantage here is that, like I mentioned earlier, most of the time we have problem with we can have different consultants coming in the same project. Danven on the hardware, the software, and the performance. That means you are 100% responsibility. So we provide you a turnkey solution for your HVAC system, total HVAC system. We can control from single unit to every functionality can provide you from only one single unit. Like I also mentioned, we eliminate the blame. We can be sometimes conflicting between equipment and vendor and the controller integrator. So we take full responsibility. This kind of projected value that we have, I mean, from the modeling and also from some practical. I mean, in terms of performance, this is what we have. You can see we tested in the cold and temperate climate. We can reach close to 6 in terms of scope, and in the Victoria for with the mild climate, we can reach up to 7.79, and in the tropical region close to 5. And the alignment with the edge now, with the edge application. Only with one system, only with one edge, one VMF unit, you can reach up to 8 measure in edge. That have been validated because we just certified a project we were integrated VMF, and all have been accepted by the auditor and the certifier. So edge can easily help you to achieve cooling, variable speed drafts, fresh air preconditioning, space heating efficiency, domestic hot water, and economize free cooling and also smart meter, like I mentioned before, and low impact of the refrigerant because there's no refrigerant in the building. We require to eliminate a lot around the building. For precision, just in case you want to modulate maybe the edge, like I mentioned, how you have been justify. I'm going to go a bit through some of the measure here. You can see the variable speed or smart control have been well achieved here through the pump, through the compressor, and also some integrated BMS system. Through the mob box can be easily be controlled, external automation and unneeded for this project. And also the like I said, the smart meter have been integrated through more bus where you can be read, it can easily be traced to. And for the free cooling, 100% fresh air, like I mentioned earlier, is a measure EE15 and EE20. And if you want to model that through edge, it will be you use the free air cooling. Crew plate, it's a changer and dew point control. That will be easily be kind of control in summer, mostly humidity, because remember humidity is controlled only through in the cooling mode. Humidity control in cooling mode. Economizer is a free cooling. It's a free cooling. So when the outside air is appropriate, the system stop cooling, stop using compressor. Compressor doesn't cool anymore. It just provides you free cooling in the building. That's the advantage. If I pass the compressor, you can see on the slash there. Yeah, you see also edge integrated the space heating where we can store some heat because there's a water storage. It's a great advantage here, because in the area where the electricity may be cheap or expensive during a certain period, we can store some heat or cool and use it during when the electricity is more eh, expensive. And also, as you know, the BMS have been integrated to monitor the system, so we can easily spot when the power is expensive or maybe cheaper. Let me stop that. It's disturbing me. I don't know. Slash show. Let me stop the automatic one. I don't know. Give me super. Turn back. Oh, should be fine now. It's not disturbing me anymore. It's disturbing me. Let me don't finish to explain. Okay, I was saying that the space for heat, we have a storage, hot water. We have a big storage system now. We can store hot or cool. So in the country where the power, we know that some areas, some period, the power is expensive. We can store the heat or the coal and use later when the power is more expensive. So when it's cheap, we can store, and when it's expensive, we use the storage one. We use the store one, I mean. Okay, what I want to say is not we are not it's not the prototype we are talking here. It's not that it's a new system but doing the prototype. No, it's a practicable, and the system is already proven system and ready to scale up. And I'm going to go through a short case study with you now, which are the project already be implemented in a proper and real life project and be monitored also. Okay, yeah, there's a case study here, some more project. That's one of the projects the VMFs have been implemented on, but we have several. Like I said, in the coming week, we are going to go through all of them, and maybe we do them together. The first one is like this project was a retail based in Bulgaria. Is The internal floor area is about 1,000 square meter, and the need there was the heating during winter, cooling during summer, ventilation, and humidity control. Domestic hot water also. We solved the problem there using only one VMF when installed. You can see the VMF was installed in the roof, where one system installed in the roof. And we have our technical plan room with buffer tank there, and the pumps, with all the pumps in the real project. Like I said, it's not a prototype. This is really a real life project. And the internal unit was the chill beam, like I mentioned before. The chill beam, like compared to cassette, are very thin, and so it saves us space. And you have two pipes going in with water, and the other pipe here you get the two pipe too. The big one, the gray one, is a dot going in. As you know, the chill beam work with water, and also the air, the fresh air coming from outside. Those two was the extractors. Yeah. You can see the thickness here. It's very thin compared to conventional cassette, and then easy to install. Only PAP. You have manifold all over the building. We can go in different floors. Yeah, you can do on the left. You can see the final product, how it look like. Yeah, it look okay. And on the left, you see the different chill being were inside in the room. This is the I mean the interface for the user, and this also for the energy management system. This instant will catch last year. We kind of we kind of stop it and then analyze it. You can see the air outside that time was 31. Was 31 degree, and it was kind of supplying a very good comfortable temperature around 26 degree. And okay, let's say, so I can summarize it quickly. So the total energy usage they consumed was around 8. You can see here the installation power, the power input was 8, and the ambient temperature was, like I said, was 28. And average temperature was 15. And the working hour we estimate at 17 working hour. This to kind of create a set point to compare with the Dunkin system working the same condition, or assuming that the indoor 24 and the outdoor 28, as you can see here, to compare to give us the same condition. The capacity index here was 70%, and the cooling capacity 48 for the one we are compared to our own, with close to 60. Cooling only, in the cooling only mode, the power input for Dunkerque was, the VRF system, or VRV, is around 3 kilowatts. And as you know, the ventilation, if you have a poor ventilation system, you also add approximately 30% of your cooling load. You add additional 30% of the cooling load using the conventional system. So that make a total cooling load of 40.7 kilowatt. That was the total here, compared to our one where we are around 8. Well, we are around 8. So if you look at the power input, that's the power input total here is 14.7 kilowatt, whereas our power input here, average one, is around 8. It's around 8. So by making the comparison in terms of savings, you say if you want to achieve the same condition using the Dunkin RYYQ18T, the same comfort, you can say that we also the same comfort, we will be consuming around 14.7 kilowatt, whereas we are talking about 8 kilowatt here for the VMF. This is a real life. This project will monitor through this project. And then the Danke have he has some chart. Some standard that you can easily compare and maybe simulate each working condition. So we can resume that we achieve here about 50 to 57% energy saving, and then I move on modeling. Try to monitor, try to model the same condition with Edge to see how we're achieving the same saving. Like I mentioned before, Edge is with VMF we can achieve at least 8 measure with Edge. With VMF we can achieve at least 8 measure in Edge. Okay, this is the modeling I did. If you look at the measure here, we have the first one is a cooling system efficiency, variable speed, fresh air preconditioning system, space heating system efficiency, domestic hot water, economizer, smart meter for energy, and low impact refrigerant. You look here, the Saras Agora that was a project in Bulgaria, and also the measure the measure model, the measure you can see tick is there in green. The green wall, the green tick mean is the measure that I will monitor. So I compare with the reference one, I mean the conventional cooling system in Saras Agora, or maybe in Bulgaria, we can say that way. So if you look at the first measure was cooling with the EE13 cooling system, cooling efficiency. I didn't put even the the CO2. I mean the low. I put the low CO2 here. I mean COP. I'm sorry, low COP, and I also selected the variable speed. The variable speed, is a part of the VMF system, and I select also the fresh air preconditioning system efficiency around 60 instead of 67. And additional one measure, because in Bulgaria we need heating and cooling, so it's not only about heating or on the cooling. We need both. During summer period we need heating, and during winter we need space heating. So the space heating there also was selected. And then I also select the domestic hot water. That's obvious. But in this case, we have 65% solar system, because on this project there's integrated solar system, solar thermal system. So, and the system is set in case the solar is available, solar energy is available, we go for the solar system. But if when the solar is off or when the sun is off, the heat pump now will kick off and provide the hot water in the building. So in this case, we have around 65% of hot water needs were made using solar system, and the 35 remaining one with the heat pump. And the economizer also selected economizer and the smart meter. So if you look at it, the last one is a low impact refrigerant. That is exactly what I see here, and it's clearly giving us the saving of 67.96% projected for this building, using only, if you look at it, I only simulate what I model here is only VMF measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you can clearly see the result here. We are projecting 67.96%. So I will appreciate that your project. You can also submit your project so we can go through together, and then we can do the same modeling and show you that the VMF is really working. Yeah, it really can save you a lot of energy and a lot of power, installation power. I mean, this is the result from VMF from the edge. You can see the result here. The improved case is here. Around we reduce around 67%, 67% of energy, and also the power. I mean the carbon emission also have been drastically reduced. We went for 125 to 240. Now, how the masterclass will be working, I want to tell you a bit through the journey, how we intend to set this masterclass. Yeah, it's the first one. We are a bit, I'm managing a bit everything by myself. Maybe you can realize it. It's not easy for the first. This is our first section, our first session. I mean, so hopefully the coming one will be a bit more fluent and more organized. Yeah. Our aim is not to organize kind of, it's not a current, regular webinar. No, it's not a way. It's a complete pipeline we are designing here. We want to take your idea, the project from drawing board to realization. That's a bit the idea. So like this week now, it will kind of, the first week, which this week is kind of awareness. You join the live anywhere. It can be on YouTube, it can be on LinkedIn, it can be on Facebook, where you can just listen to what we're talking about, and then we're going to discuss more case studies, like the case study I will presenting now. I'm going to go in depth in the coming week. I'm going to just focus on case study, not about presenting overall like I'm doing today, because the first one I'm trying to set the scene. Now, the coming week will be the second week. We will go into in depth, so people can submit project. We can look at it if you absorb it properly. If you absorb the content, you can prepare. We can also share some more information with you, like a brochure, sharing everything that you want to understand more about VMF. Feel free to contact. We can share them with you. And the third week, we can look at we can shortlist some project if there's any, and then look at the technical session, discuss one-to-one. It couldn't be online. You're not going to be on live. Of course, it will be through maybe Microsoft Teams or maybe Google Meet. It depends on the appropriate platform, so that we can use to discuss your project one-to-one. And then everything, then we can discuss further and see how we can support you with your project, because like I said, we are taking 100% full 100% responsibility. So we provide you a turnkey solution for your project. So the learning phase is like I said, it's a CVMF in action. So that's the real proposal we are giving you here. It's a real world context. So deep dive into the actual case study and replacing clunky units that you can see out there. So we ask for bigger question directly, and industry expert. You can ask for question where we're going to talk with the company, with the manufacturer themselves. Where they can explain everything. Like I said, it's the turnkey solution we're providing to you here. It's not just about the general theory or something. Say, learn exactly how you can replace and separate unit with the elegant one using our improved energy performance VMF system.
Hey, everyone, and welcome. If you're an architect, an engineer, or a developer, you know the constant struggle, right? Juggling all these complex systems in commercial buildings. But what if you could simplify one of the biggest challenges on your projects and get smarter, way more efficient results? Well, today, we're diving into something that's literally set to redefine how we think about building systems. So let me just ask you this. What if one single HVAC system could handle everything? I'm talking cooling, heating, ventilation, humidity, and hot water. All of it in a smarter, super energy efficient way. Just imagine a single intelligent system doing the work of many, saving you time, cutting costs, and seriously boosting your project's green credentials. What would that change for you? Well, you don't have to imagine it anymore. That's not some hypothetical question. The answer is here, right now, and believe me, it's already transforming how forward-thinking pros just like you are designing and running their buildings. And that is exactly why I'm so excited to introduce you to the VMF All-in-One HVAC Masterclass. Now, this is not just another webinar, okay? Think of this as your exclusive guide to the next generation of building technology. Ready to jump in? Okay, here's everything you need to know. We are kicking this off on Wednesday, the 4th of February, 2026. You can join us live every single Wednesday from 6:30 to 8 p.m. GMT. And the best part? You can tune in from literally anywhere. We're going to be streaming live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and yep, even TikTok. And look, this is not a boring lecture series. No way. Each week, we're going to dive deep into real-world case studies so you can see this VMF system in action. You'll get to ask your biggest questions directly to industry experts in our live Q&As. And this is the real game changer.
You'll get the chance to get VIP support for your very own project.
So, what are you actually going to walk away with? We are all about bridging that gap between just talking about theory and actually applying it in the real world. So, let's break down the practical skills and the knowledge you're going to get.
This slide really tells the whole story. On the left, that's the old way, right? A cluttered mess of separate units for HVAC, air handling, hot water. It's complex, it's inefficient, and honestly, it's a huge headache to manage. But now look at the right. That's the VMF approach. One sleek integrated system that intelligently optimizes performance, slashes your energy costs, and just paves this smooth, streamlined path to green building certifications like EDGE. So here's the key takeaway. You will discover exactly how to make this happen. You're going to learn how to replace all those clunky separate units with one simple, elegant system. You'll see how to dramatically improve your project's energy performance and how this applies to all sorts of sectors: hotels, hospitals, gyms, you name it. We'll also show you how to fast track your EDGE certification and, most importantly, how to get your own project qualified for our exclusive expert support. But listen, this masterclass is about so much more than just learning. It's about doing. We've designed this whole thing to be a launch pad for your most innovative projects. And this slide shows your project's journey with us perfectly. It all kicks off in week 1 with awareness. You join the live sessions, see the case studies, and hear the open call for projects. In week 2, you soak up all the content and submit your project. Then, by week 3, if your project gets shortlisted, you're getting VIP technical sessions with our experts. And finally, in week 4, we're right there with you, providing one-on-one support to help with contracting and final certification. You see, this is a complete support pipeline. It's a structured process that's designed to take your brilliant ideas from the drawing board and actually turn them into landmark projects, with the full backing of our technical team. So consider this your official invitation. We are specifically calling on the innovators, the forward thinkers, the project leaders like you who are working on projects across Africa and the United Kingdom.
I'm going to say that again because it's that important. If you are working on a commercial or institutional building project in Africa or the UK, this is your moment. This is your chance to lead the change and really shape the future of sustainable building.
So who is this really for? Well, it's for architects, engineers, developers, EDGE experts, and project owners. Basically, it's for anyone who is truly committed to building a smarter, greener, more sustainable future. If that sounds like you, then you absolutely need to be part of this.
It really is time to join the movement.
So our call for project here. Yeah, like I said, the execution phase now is a VMF project support. It's a VIP project support. The shift moving from learning to doing. It's not about just saying it. You can scan this code to submit your project. You have any, and you don't lose anything. It's free. It's a free consultation. Free consultation for you, so you can come in with a project. We look at it together. If we want to achieve a green standard, any green standard you want to achieve, maybe it might be EDGE, it might be LEED, it might be any other green or BREEAM, it might be any other certification you are looking for. We can guarantee this technology is the right one for your project. Like I said, the process is structured that you can turn your brain idea into a landmark project. So this will be the call we are giving you. So you can scan the QR code to see to send your project in. So what are you going to get just in case you submit your project? You're going to full technical support, the direct guidance on your, on EDGE certification, how to model the VMF in your EDGE certification. You are looking for EDGE certification, or you are looking at alternative certification. We can see also help you. Here is a turnkey proposal we are giving you using VMF. It's a turnkey solution. So we go from your idea all to concept for you. So don't let this opportunity pass. Prepare your submission now, so we'll be happy to go through with you and see if there's anything we can do. So please scan this code and submit your project. So what will be coming in the next coming week? Like I said, this was a one next week. The next week will be we're going to go in depth again into different case study. The other coming week we're more discussing more different case study. Will be real life project that we're going to discuss with you, and then more practical case of VMF, how it can be used in real life project. And you have your own project. We can also discuss the idea, taking the idea from drawing board to landmark project with a full technical backing from the VMF team. Like I said, Danven team in Bulgaria. Yeah. So that was the call for project already do. So we are calling for project that video already clearly say from the UK or in Africa, any African country that there's any project that you would like to pilot the system. We're happy to support you, or your architect, engineer, developer, expert or project owner. We're happy to support you, your project. Yeah, Danvan bridging the future of green bridging. So at Danvan we don't follow trend, we develop solution and concept. That's the idea. Bridging the future of green bridging. So by developing new concept all the time. Danvan is a world leader in hybrid ventilation system. It's really important to notify that I've been around for more than 30 years, more than 35 years. Anyway, you are free to visit the website and find out more about Danven. The webinar normally is around 60 to 75 minutes. So now is open. I open the floor for you for any of your questions. So drop them in the chat. I didn't say it from the beginning. I would have said it from the beginning that any question you have, you can drop that in the chat so we can discuss about it later. So if I don't answer now, maybe later I can come back to you. I will follow up after the session and ask you more questions if there's any. Provide you more answer if there's any question that I didn't answer on time. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for understand. Thank you for your time and your attention. So I'm still waiting. If there's any question, let me check all the platform. If there's any question, maybe I can provide the answer now. Like I said, you bear with us because it's our first experience. We're trying to put it together. Hopefully. Okay, I think this time the first time we didn't have any questions. So yeah, it will still be online anyway. Still be on live. So anybody want to follow, they want to ask still a question, you are free to drop a question down. We'll answer you. Yeah, I do understand this. I'll be a bit shaky because it'll be our first experience. Yeah, I do understand that, but we will try our best to rectify everything from the coming event. So I would like to thank you again for attending this webinar, this masterclass. Thank you.